When I travel by bike, I do things a little different compared to the typical bicycle tourist. If you've wanted to tour by bike but been put off by the camping and gear culture, this video might interest you. Like most tourists, I prefer sleeping indoors. I don't cook my meals. But unlike most tourists, I have the added benefit of being able to cover lots of ground every day, the best of both worlds. Some more indoctrinated cyclists call this style of travel bike packing or credit card camping and give it a bad reputation. I'm here to set the record straight. I love this way of bike traveling and think more people should do it. Hi, my name is Arthur. I've done 3 multi-month bike tours around the world. This video will be a sort of thesis statement for my 2018 6-month trip to Japan and the way I travel. Going forward, I plan to make 3 longer videos breaking down what I did and where I went day to day with the thousands of photos and videos I have saved. My trip started in May with a 20-day loop starting in Kobe and taking me south to Hiroshima and then back to Kobe. Next was the 3 months I spent studying at Kansai Gakuin in Nishinomiya. Perfectly situated between Kobe, Kyoto, and Osaka, this town was an ideal base camp for weekend adventures. My final 40-day capstone journey took me from the far north of Hokkaido all the way down to Okinawa and everywhere in between. These routes work the way I like to travel because of the bike. In a way, it is hard for me to give travel recommendations outside of do it by bicycle. You can cover ground as if you rented a motor vehicle, but you get to experience everything up close like a pedestrian. Not to mention you build up a heck of an appetite, making every meal that much more delicious. Let's take a look back at Yakushima as a case study of how I travel. This island is often cited as the inspiration for Princess Mononoke due to the ancient Jomonsugi tree that resembles the heart of the forest in the movie. One could take a train to Kumamoto and follow it with a boat to Yakushima, stay in town, sightsee for a day, and take a shuttle to the Jomonsugi forest and be back in Kyushu 48 hours later. Or, in that same time, they could bike around the whole island, skinny dipping in outdoor hot springs, dunking under waterfalls, seeing turtles at a turtle museum, monkeys along the road, and still make time for the Jomonsugi, being back in town for a slice of pie to wait for a ferry back to mainland. This addresses the aspect of why I have a hard time recommending something like Yakushima to people going to Japan if they aren't traveling by bicycle. A lot of bike tourists are on the road for such a long time that the only feasible option is to camp to save money. But if one's trip is shorter, then I think it's reasonable to look for $20 to $40 accommodations for up to 2 weeks. That is how I found an old wooden tree house for my first night and a charming bed and breakfast with amazing food the second night. In many ways, I plan where I'll start and finish around where I can find a good deal on my nightly accommodations. And that's what this video will be all about. Action-packed days, great food, and a planning style that makes the bike feel less cumbersome and more like freedom. You could take this trip to Yakushima as an isolated case, but every day was like this. That's why I'm so excited to make longer videos about my trip and promote my style of credit card camping, so to speak. Here's one more preview of a fun day where I watched the Awa Odori in Tokushima. Then my hotel was a train from Tokushima to Hokkaido. Then in the afternoon, I took my bike out of the Rinko bag, put it together, and biked around Lake Toya, got back on the train, made it to Sapporo in time for a jazz show in a late-night pub, followed by some buttery ramen before I collapsed into a warm onsen at a capsule hotel I found attached to a pachinko parlor. That's the magic of traveling by bike. You have the potential to dream up the craziest itineraries and stitch it together in whatever way you want, knowing that no distance is insurmountable. My whole time in Japan is a collage of these experiences. In future longer episodes, I'll show my routes, why they worked, and the exact meals and stays that made the days click. Because these are the aspects that I believe set me apart from other bicycle tourists, and why I want that for other people too. If I do it right, I hope to demystify bike touring for those that might want to try it out, but are turned off by how rugged it might seem. It really doesn't have to be. If I can leave you with one thing to take away, it's that you should consider renting a bike on your next trip without feeling like you have to buy all this camping and cooking gear, or even feel like you have to pack with ultralight clothing or other materials. It's not about sleeping outdoors to feel like you earn the right to be a bicycle tourist. For me, it's about using the bike to earn the day and make the best memories possible. I hope to see you soon in a future video. Bye.